Let's cut into this jerk chicken right now. Looks good. We're going to show you how to make jerk chicken in the home. Enjoy. So let's get started prepping our ingredients. We've got a red Serrano pepper. I have about 3 of them that we scored down the middle. We kept the seeds in, and we're gonna put everything that we prep into a blender. Keep in mind, we've got all the ingredients in the description box below, so you don't have to go through it. With all of our recipes, you'll find the ingredients at the bottom. And then if you just follow the video, because we actually instruct you on how to make this at home. Not a real quick, spend 30-second recipe. We're gonna show you the whole thing. That's the way we do it here, plated. So next we've got the garlic we're gonna chop up just to actually put into the blender as well, or either set some aside for the sauce. We're gonna make a really nice sauce today. We'll get to that later. We've got about 4 green onions that we're gonna actually put into the blender as well, and get that put into a bowl first and then set it aside. And so we got 4 fresh large green onions or scallions. And put everything into the blender after you cut off the root. A medium-sized onion. I just used a Vidalia onion on this one. And I grabbed some parsley and rough chopped flat leaf parsley. Put it into a bowl and set that aside. Lastly, we've got the thyme. It's another herb and gives it the earthy feel. Anything jerk, you're gonna wanna have like a green sauce, and then obviously you cannot have jerk without having allspice. So we got ground allspice that we put into the blender, and some oriental 5 spice as well. We put a tablespoon of the soy sauce in there and about a tablespoon of the olive oil, just to liquefy it, to bring it all together as well, which you'll see right here. And this is where we add the liquid in. We'll add a tablespoon of soy sauce and about a tablespoon of olive oil. See how it's turning into a paste almost, and that's what you want the consistency to look like. If you want to know how long to do it, you just have to kind of test it out. We're going to put a teaspoon of white pepper in now and a teaspoon of black pepper. And that's what you kind of want it to look like right there. And we're gonna slather that on, probably 85% of it on the chicken thighs. But before we do that, we had to clean and thoroughly dry our chicken thighs. Then we dry brine the chicken with some salt and some ground allspice. And so we liberally did that because the salt not only seasons the meat, so don't be scared. It actually takes out some of the moisture too. So you're not over salting it at all. It can handle it. So, and traditionally, a lot of people like to grill their jerk chicken on open fire. But I'm trying to show you how to do it on some days when you want to do it. You just want to have that flavor in your mouth. You definitely can do it on the inside if the weather's not good. And now we're just covering everything with allspice. We've got salt, kosher sea salt, and allspice on there. And then we're just gonna rub it all together. And so with this, that's the dry brine right here. And after we rub everything in, give it a little love, and that's what makes this such an impact of barbecuing or grilling, when you actually show some love here and just rub your meat, rub everything together, and have it covered very nicely on both sides. And that's what we're doing here. And just making sure the base of your food is good and nice and seasoned. Now we're rubbing on the marinade. And we're gonna rub this on both sides. We're not gonna use all of it. We're gonna save a little bit just to make sure that we have enough to kind of slather on during the cooking process, because this is a process. It doesn't take that long as chicken, but you still wanna be able to keep everything moist and soft and have the same consistency as it would if you cooked it outside on the grill. So it's very important that you get that. That's what you want to achieve. Kind of a crispy skin and a kind of a charred look, but a moist on the inside. And so when you marinate it like this and dry brine it, it's gonna stay juicy. And the thing about using chicken thighs, they're very forgiving. So you can hardly mess it up. So take a look here. We got it turned over, and we're gonna go ahead and marinate all the way through on both sides. And after we have it all marinated, we'll cover it with some plastic, and then just set it aside in a refrigerator for 2 to 12 hours. We did ours overnight, and so we had it in there for about 10 hours, and the seasoning got all the way through the bone, and this was very delicious jerk chicken thighs. So we did not barbecue outside. Again, the trick is to do it on the inside as well. So we pulled out our handy cast iron grill, and we started to grill on the inside. The one thing I will say is to make sure you have your windows open when you're cooking, is because of the spices that we put on here, it's gonna get you to coughing. So just a little secret there. Keep the windows wide open. And what we're trying to do is char this a little bit, get some grill marks going maybe, and darken up the chicken. You don't have to cook it all the way through on the top of the stove. We're gonna also put it in the oven. And when we do that, we'll start making our plum barbecue sauce, which is the secret to all of this. So you want to cook this on a medium low, and just take your time. It'll probably take 3 to 5 minutes on each side. And you can see that we're using the balance of that green marinade to just keep everything moist right now. but at the same time, you want to crisp up the skin. So you just watch it, flip it. They call it jerk because you're flipping the chicken all the time. You're just flipping it. So we got the island thing going on inside the house right now. So after about 3 to 5 minutes on each side, you can take them out to rest. You want it to rest at least 10 minutes. And so go ahead and put them in the oven and cook them probably for another 25 minutes and then just let it rest. You see some of the clear juices running through. You know it's cooked all the way through right now. And it's kind of got that nice texture on it, like you grilled it outside, but you did it on the inside. Here's the secret sauce that we're gonna do. We're gonna make some plum sauce. About 3 red plums that we use. We cut them up into little wedges, and we cleaned our grill off while the chicken was in the oven. We started this off on top of the stove, and we started grilling it. And it's not far to say that you got a grilled chicken. You can grill the plums as well to start your sauce, and we'll thicken that sauce up as well. Now we're gonna just grate some ginger so it kind of disappears into the sauce. And you seen us slice some garlic earlier. We're gonna use that now for the sauce too. You want to cook your plums on top of the stove and give it some grilling. And you just have to flip them probably, give it a minute on each side maybe, and make sure that they don't melt down all the way. But you definitely are actually bringing out the sugars in these plums. Doesn't that look good? This gives everybody a chance to give us a thumbs up if you like this. Leave a comment, please. Share this video with your friends, subscribe, and thank you for watching our jerk chicken video inside the home. Okay, so now we're gonna take them off and start making the plum sauce. We've got a little small sauce skillet. We put a tablespoon of strawberry preserves in. We've got the plums that we grilled in there. We've got a tablespoon of molasses. We're gonna drop in the garlic right now. And then we're gonna drop in the ginger. We're gonna put about 2 teaspoons of vinegar. And we're gonna give it a little stir on medium to low heat and get the plum sauce going here. This was delicious. This really was the surprise of it all. We kind of took it up a notch by doing this, because you've got the savory and the sweet, the little spice from the chicken, and the sweetness from the plum sauce. And so as usual, we're gonna go ahead and plate this. And we hope you guys really enjoyed this video. And I hope this helps you make this dish and make you wanna make it as well. You can see here that it was very crispy.
All right, so let's give it a go.
We just garnished it with some limes and the rest of the spring onions. You see our sauce right there. And we're gonna just, take a look at what we did here and then give it a test. And so we're gonna cut into it, but before we do, let's try some of the sauce on it here too. And when we cut in, the juices were kind of at the bottom of the plate. And we really had a moist piece of chicken, and it had the consistency of the jerk chicken as if you barbecued it outside, but you didn't. Now you know how to do it. Thank you for watching. Have a blessed day.
That parsley too. Not too spicy. Get the sweetness from this and the spiciness. Very tasty.